Hey everyone, so this is going to be not so much a tutorial, but just sort of a documentation on how I've been, as a beginner with maybe 15 hours in VATSIM, been um, doing flights in the 172. I've done a little bit of the 737 MAX, but I find this easier, a little less stressful to sort of just get stuff figured out. But so how I start usually is we're going to get VATSIM radar open here. And for 172 flights, I just like to look for something that is in a center, but maybe doesn't have a tower or a ground, where I'm just going to be talking to the same person the whole time, just because it makes it a little bit easier comms wise. And then hopefully something with ATIS, because I think then usually the people in the centers kind of know that generally those are the airports that they're going to be actually doing the tower and grounding clearances for as well. So we're doing 172, so we'll try to find some stuff close together. Fortunately, here in the Washington Center, we've got a few here. So Reagan's usually kind of a crazy airport in my experience, but we have Baltimore here, and we have Dulles here. And I've actually never flown either of these airports before, so maybe they're crazy too. But as long as it's not too nuts, I don't think they usually mind when people fly 172s in here. Looks like we've got a couple departures, but we'll go ahead and shoot for that, and hopefully they can get us out of Dulles, and then we'll go ahead and fly into Baltimore here. So we'll get SimBrief up, do a new flight in SimBrief. I'm going to do all this in SimBrief and Navigraph if you don't have that already. All right, and for the Cessna, you want to do, what is 6? It's going to be 6 characters. I'm in the North America, though, so mine's going to start with an N. So we'll do N, and then I usually just make up 4 numbers and then a letter at the end. And I kind of like Yankee just because that's easier to hear over comms. So we'll just do 5543 Yankee because that's what I did in my last one of these flights. Departure, we're going to do Dulles, so that's KIAD, and fly into Baltimore at KBWI. Okay, departure time will leave for that when we actually file it with VATSIM. We might update that a little bit. All right, then we're looking for the Cessna 172 right there. Okay, that looks fine. I just like that this does everything for you. And then oh, that's kind of a weird route. Can we get more of a direct route, or even just do direct? Yeah, we might maybe start with Woolley. Sometimes if you do sort of a weird flight plan like this, they just send you direct via vectors, so that might be what we end up getting. What's this guy? Ooh, yeah. This is a really short flight, so I think there's probably anybody that would do this direct, but I just kind of like having something in there. Okay. Yeah, so we'll add Woolley. They might just give us vectors, but all right, and then I want to check route calculator. I don't know where to find what altitude they give you other than here, but it looks like they're going to give us 4,000 feet in here. I know you can specify up here, but I kind of like to take whatever SimBrief's going to give me, which is usually 4,000 with the 172. But we'll plan on that. So I'm going to go ahead and write down just on my, I have a tablet here that I take notes on, but I'm going to write down the route that we're doing. So we're going to do, expect 4,000 feet, and we're going from Kilo India Alpha Delta, and we're going to be departing, expecting to depart on runway 30 through Woolley, and we're going to be landing Baltimore's Kilo Bravo Whiskey India, and we're going to expect runway 28 there. Okay. So that should be all we need to do in there. So we can go ahead and generate flight. Okay, and then I like to plug this into Volanta, so I'm going to download this guy so that I can throw that in Volanta once we get that started up. That's just to track flights. Oh, what's that? Oh, this is stop descent. Okay. Okay, good. So I think we can go ahead and boot up. See, I'm just curious if. Oh, we did get an approach. So we'll probably end up talking to them, covering all PCT. We'll probably end up talking to that guy. Yep, because there's no ground or tower here yet. The center just came online, so they might be getting some more. But I think they'll probably end up in case DCA first, because that tends to be the more popular airport. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into the sim. All right, let's get the Cessna up here. We'll just do the default livery. I don't have any cool ones. And then we'll search for KIAD, Washington Dulles. All right. I just hate. Okay, there we go. Wanted to get rid of that. And I'll check on VATSIM radar just to make sure I'm not spawning in on any other planes. Okay, is there a GA ramp we can go to? Yeah, here we go. So we'll go ahead and spawn into one of these GA ramps here. Nobody's there, right? Yep. It's going to be what, like Golf 1, I guess. Okay, we'll go fly now. And play Microsoft Waiting Simulator. Okay, well, this is a gigantic area for this plane, but I don't think anybody else is here, so we should be okay. Alright, give this a second. Still load everything up. Okay, let's get ready to fly. And on the Cessna, we gotta remember to do 3 things, and that is 4 actually. Guys off our intake, pitot, and shocks, and then we can get in. This probably makes me a bad simmer, but I don't. Oh, and I've got my switches on my yoke already. I just have avionics and master on already. That's fine. On the Cessna, I usually don't do the checklist. I just make sure I've got that flipped to both. Give us some fuel. And push in this throttle a little. Get our fuel pump going for a second. Okay, and then start. On my yoke, I've got to start. Alright, we're started.
System test. Okay.
Let's get our pitot heat on. Nav light on. Beacon on. Alright, we'll hit enter over there. And then let's get hooked up to vPilot. And we already have November 5543 Yankee in there, but the C172, we don't want observer mode. Alright, so I think we're going to want approach departure. I think that's the lowest for VATSIM's top-down thing. Yeah. And we should be with them the whole time. Oh, we lost our ATC there. That's interesting. Probably just like Reagan's. Just for a barometer setting. Alright, let's do. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and get the ATIS from. Oh, we have the ATIS here, so. Okay, so we got info echo. And I usually. Let's write down echo on my tablet here that you can't see. I'll try to take a picture of it when I've got it all filled out, though. And 2945 for the altimeter setting. So 2945 barometer. Zoom in here a little. Oops. 2945. Okay. And then let's go ahead and tune to that departure. And in the Cessna, I can't be bothered to deal with the actual comm noms on here, and VPilot, I just go ahead and tune in here.
Yes, we will take a runway 30 via Yankee 11.
Okay. You can hear them. Okay, I think we're just about ready to call. Let's go ahead and get my Navigraph on the left here. I know you can use it in the EFB, but it seems to freeze up for me a lot in the EFB and the actual sim, so I use this app called Deskpin, so I just pin it in here. Okay.
And when you guys check in, if you could say what airport you're at, that would help me out a lot, just because I'm controlling, like 30 airports here.
Okay, noted. Got that from the controller. That's the flight we want.
Alright, W3914, potential departure, see you now. Push back into the alley is approved. Give me a call back when you're ready for taxi and squawk by Charlie before that.
Oh yeah, make sure you got Charlie turned on VPilot.
United 674, turn right heading 320. The wind at Dulles is 230 at 6, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Right heading
Okay, so
320
we're
and
just
runway
about
30.
ready. Actually, I just learned to
United
Navigraph. You can
674.
turn on the traffic here, which is kind of nice. So you can see these other guys that are in here. And we're expecting runway 30. So where's runway 30? Was it this guy? Back. Let's just look at the chart here. Oh, the runway 30 is over here. Really? That's 30. Oh yeah, I guess so. Okay. 30. While we're at it, let's get the runway heading plugged into our autopilot. So, gonna be the other way here. 3, and it's 301 is the real runway heading. It'll probably tell us to stay runway heading when we take off. Okay. Okay, what else do we need before we call in? I think we've got most of it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and call for clearance. And we're at Dulles, so we need to make sure to remind him that's where we are, because that's what the controller was just asking for. Okay, so I'm going to call. I usually have to practice this. This is probably my 10th or 11th VATSIM flight, so I'm not totally used to it yet. So I'm going to call and I'm going to say, let's see, he is technically PCT approach. So I'm going to say PTC approach November 5543 Yankees, a Cessna 172 at Dulles Airport looking for clearance to Baltimore. And then he'll give me some kind of read back. I'll have to write a bunch of stuff down. And then after that, we'll ask for taxi. Okay.
Emirates 232 heavy, Potomac departure, runway 30, taxi via Zulu, Yankee 11, just advise you have information echo on board.
I don't know if we just can't hear him because he's so far away, if he's not responding. We'll give him another second here. Yeah, wait 10 more seconds, say he was responding, then I'll chime in.
Emirates 232 heavy, Potomac, did you copy my voice?
Nope, apparently he's not responding.
Oh, Emirates 232 heavy, Potomac departure, runway 30, taxi via Zulu, Yankee 11, and advise that you have information echo on board the ATC Echo. United 674 radar contact, altitude leaving.
Leaving 1,700 now.
United 674, roger, climb, maintain 17,000, have an on-course turn for you shortly.
What a second, is that a big boy?
Climb and maintain 170 for United 674.
And Emirates 232 heavy, it's Zulu, Yankee 11, I'll spin the chest.
Tail up there. That's an Emirates, so it's probably A380. Okay, sounds like they're done. I'll give it one more second here. Oh, I'm getting chatted at in here too, I think.
United 674, clear direct to I-door.
A direct IDOR
Oh, this
for
is
United
Potomac
674.
approach. That's what PTC is. Okay. give this in one more second just to calm down. Just because I'm a little plane, I kind of like to give everybody else get a wide berth. Okay, here we go.
And Emirates 232 Heavy, just to, especially to make your life easier, there's no need to respond to this all. There's no need to put Potomac approach in your responses, especially not in the text. But it's like the first transmission. You would say that to make sure that you confirm who you're talking to.
I don't think I've seen somebody use the text before. Everybody prefers voice, but it's nice for people that physically are probably unable to have that option. Okay, here we go. Potomac approach, November 5543 Yankee is a Cessna 172 at Dulles, looking for to head over via instrument over to Baltimore. Oh, that was a mess.
All right, so Cessna 5543 Yankee, Potomac departure low. I don't have a flight plan on file for you, so inside the SFRA, anything has to be a flight plan, but if you're doing IFR, you got to file a flight plan, so just go ahead and file that on the VATSIM website, and then I will get you your clearance, sir.
Yep, apologies for that. Forgot to file it. I'll get that to you in just a second. 43 Yankee. All right,
No worries, man. Take your time and give me a call when you're ready to go.
Where? So we have file. Pre-file on a network. VATSIM. And
JetBlue 914, runway 19, taxi via Kilo 2, Juliet, cross runway 15 at Juliet.
Alright, we'll file that. I forgot to use the word clearance. I was like, my brain just kind of blanked there. That just kind of shows you how beginner this still is. Would that file?
And United 684, contact Washington on 133.72. Have a great rest of the flight.
I'll get flight plan filed.
Contact Washington 133.725. Thanks for the have a nice morning.
You too, thanks, fine.
Okay, give these guys another second here. Potomac approach, 543 Yankee has that flight plan filed now.
5543 Yankee, roger, I see that now. Give me 1 second to check on the clearance, and I will get that back to you.
Alright, we'll wait on him for a second. I try to get that filed before I...
And Emirates 232 Heavy, 232 Super, I'm sorry, I just saw your aircraft type. You missed, and maybe more relevant to you, you did miss Yankee 11, you're on Zulu, it'll just be like, 600 feet shorter, if that's okay with you, 500 feet shorter, is that good?
Oh, so we went on Zulu instead of Yankee 11. He's a big boy, so he wants that whole runway probably. See if he responded in here. Oh, and let's get our flight plan loaded in Jeepers. Forgot to do that too. Maybe I should get a checklist. Alright, let's do, so we're in the sim brief here. And that's our flight plan.
Emirates 232 Super, you missed Yankee 11, so you're shortened, you're on Zulu, so you don't have the full length of the runway. Just confirm that you have sufficient length for departure, and then I can give you the intersection departure from where you're at right now. Otherwise, you'll have to back taxi.
Let's load it all here just to make sure our gas is alright. Okay. And you can get Navigraph in here too, but I find this one a lot harder to deal with. And I actually usually just use a regular iPad. Yeah, I haven't had as much luck with this one. I feel like on the iPad or just on the actual Windows app, it's a lot easier. But it is in here if you wanted to use it. But I usually just use my actual iPad in real life, or I just use this.
Emirates 232, not fully understanding what you mean by that last transmission. If you want to back taxi to the start of the runway, then runway 30 back taxi is approved. Just give me a call when you're ready for departure.
So we're probably going to get like Foxtrot, Zulu, and then maybe Yankee 11, like that guy did.
And Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, I have your clearance available. Advisor noted, copy. Actually, before that, JetBlue 3914 to wind at Washington 19015, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Oh, Skyhawk. Yeah, that is me. The 543. That's why I put Yankee at the end of these. I usually pick up on that a little easier.
And Sky 5543 Yankee, advising ready to copy.
43 Yankee, ready to copy.
Hi, Sky 5543 Yankee, you are cleared to the Baltimore International Airport via the Capital One departure, radar vectors Woolly, then direct. Maintain 3000. Departure this frequency, squawk 4720.
Cleared via the Capital One departure, then Woolly, then direct. Squawk 4720, and stay with you after that. And climb and maintain 3000. 543 Yankee.
Sky 5543 Yankee, the readback's correct, it's just, and it is Capital One departure, radar vectors Woolly, but I think you got that. Give me a call when you are ready for taxi. The information at Dulles is Echo.
Right, okay, so we'll call him when we're ready here, which should be, I think we've got pretty much everything set up. Okay, so the Capital One departure, that was probably just, let's check on that. That's the only thing I don't have lined up here, and that's just going to be, let's look at the chart.
And Emirates 232 Super, did you want to back taxi, or what was your intentions? If you want to back taxi, you can use the runway and back taxi to the start.
Because, yeah, that's pretty much just going to be, it's just one of these where it's pretty much just like just vectors out of here.
I don't actually know if an A380 can back taxi and turn around or not, but it's up to you. Yep, Zulu totally works. Are you ready to go now?
Yeah, it's just fly heading 301, which is what I've plugged in there. Yep, okay, so we should be good with that. I don't really understand these departures, but I think it's basically just...
Alright, Emirates 232 Super,
okay,
on
so
departure, turn right heading 320, the wind at Dulles, 230 at 6, runway 30 at Zulu, clear for takeoff.
3000 here. And then roll is fine, and then let's get a flight level climb. And this used to go up by 10s, which annoyed me because best rated climb in this guy is 74 knots. But now I just have to mash this up button to get it to 74 knots, which is fine.
JetBlue 3914, radar contact,
Takes
city
a lot
altitude
longer.
leaving.
Okay.
Pass the 1,105.
Alright, so after we get on the runway, get off the
And,
ground,
sorry,
we'll
just
get our flaps
one time
back
break.
up. Let's go and
Emirates
set our flaps down
232 Super,
halfway here.
turn right heading 320, right 320 is the heading on departure.
Yeah, we've got flaps 10 here. Okay.
JetBlue
So after we
3914,
get
climb
off the ground,
maintain
we'll get flaps back up,
17,000.
turn on the autopilot.
Climb
and it'll take
maintain
us up, flight level climb 74 knots.
3914.
And we'll be on the runway heading. Let's get heading mode going. Okay. And then we'll switch back to... We're probably going to be in heading mode the whole way, because it's probably going to give us vectors via headings, but... Okay, cool. Let's get out of this. Keep this in here. And we'll use this to taxi. Okay, so we're going to expect Foxtrot, and then either Zulu or Yankee, and then Yankee 11. He didn't give me a runway to expect, so I'm assuming it's going to be 30 still. Okay, so I'm going to get my pen back out, and then...
JetBlue 3914, cleared return directed buffer.
The right buffer, 3914.
Okay, here we go. Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, ready for taxi.
Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, just squawk your assigned code, please, and let me know that you have information echo on board.
Transponder code, we are squawking 4720. 0, and then turn that on. Okay, we've got information echo, and we're squawking 4720, 5543 Yankee.
Alright, 5543 Yankee, Roger. Do you ever, I mean, normally we depart 30, but if you want to take one center, that would also avoid the wake from this A380 that's taking off right now, and we'll kind of point you more toward Baltimore. You want to do that, or?
Yeah, let's do one center, not get blown off the runway, 543 Yankee.
Sounds like a game plan. Let me get to taxi. Give me 1 second.
Alright, so we're going to one center, which is going to be over here, so we're probably still going to get like Foxtrot and then Yankee.
Alright, Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, runway 1 center. You can taxi via Zulu Yankee Niner.
Zulu Yankee Niner to 1 center, 543 Yankee. Okay, so here we go. move this in just a tad, and then I'm just going to hide this. Not a complicated flight plan. Don't really need to see it the whole time. Okay, so we're going Zulu. Okay, so yeah, we'll do Foxtrot, and then we'll do Zulu, and then Yankee Niner. Alright, and I cheat a little, and I come all the way outside of the aircraft to taxi, just for better situational awareness. Let's get this real tight, just for better situational awareness here. Okay, look around a little.
JetBlue 3914, contact Washington,
let's
Center
go
133.72. Have a nice flight.
133.7, JetBlue 3914. See ya. Thanks for your
Just
service.
gonna take a left.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's 133.72 though, 72 at the end.
Still. Breaks off.
1337 to JetBlue 3914.
This is why, honestly, the biggest reason I have the Navigraph subscription right now is just for taxiing. It lags a little bit.
Alright, it's 232 Super, your radar contact. Just make sure you're in the climb. I'm showing you climbing a little slow. There is terrain up ahead.
It's a little slow, but it's enough to figure out where you're going. Okay, so this should be Foxtrot. Where's Fox? No, Foxtrot's out here. We're doing Zulu, Yankee 9. So we're gonna go all the way to this T intersection at the end here, and then take a left.
And Emirates 232 Super, say the altitude that you're leaving.
Both ways, just like Mom and Dad taught us. Alright, and this is going to be the turn to Yankee.
Emirates 232 Super, roger. Cleared, right turn, direct to Riggins. Climb and maintain 1010,000.
And then this is Yankee 8. We want Yankee 9er, which will be the second right turn. So this is passing Yankee 8, and then we're going to hold short of runway 1 center. Oh, and let's make sure that we get our heading set to whatever 1 center is too. Slow down here.
It's Riggins.
Alright, and then go back in the airplane here. And let's set this to...
It should be the first waypoint on the departure procedure.
So it's heading 011 on this runway, so we will reset to that. So when we take off, we can just turn it
Alright,
on.
Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, do you need time for run up or are you ready to go now?
We're ready to roll. 543 Yankee.
Alright, Skyhawk 5543 Yankee on departure fly runway heading. The wind at Dulles is 230 at 6, runway... I guess I should have given you 19. Is that okay with the... I just realized you have a pretty bad tailwind component there. Is that okay? Did you want to flip around to 330?
I think we can still do 1 center.
Alright, sounds good. Don't tell the other controllers. Alright, the wind is 230 at 6, runway 1 center, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, run center. We'll be flying the runway heading 543 Yankee. Alright, here we go. So we're just going to run up here. Yeah, I think that... Well, 6 knots isn't bad. And I like to not be a pain in the ass when I'm flying a little baby plane.
My coffee's not yet today, guys.
And we're cleared for takeoff. So we're just full throttle here. Mixture's full. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobe on. And 55 knots to get off the ground. There's rotate speed. Get our camera kind of set a little bit better here. Alright, and we can get those flaps back up, I think. Alright, and then we can go into autopilot here pretty much as soon as we want. Let's try to get this 74. And then we'll just hit on autopilot. And he's probably going to call us up here in just a second. Alright, turn autopilot on here. So it should climb at 74 knots up to 3,000, and it'll just keep this runway heading, which is 011. Right, zoom this out. Oh, it's, reflect on here. Yeah, that wind wasn't bad at all. 6 knots is fine, even in a little Cessna. It'll get us out of the airport a little earlier. Get out of everybody's way. Actually, I think I'm the only one here now. Yep. I don't know what that means, to be honest with y'all. I know it's something about the altitude.
Emirates 232 Super,
Okay,
climb
let's keep-
maintain, flight level 190.
We're just gonna keep flying up to 3,000 on this heading until we get told differently. Why don't we get the... I've never looked at this airport before over in Baltimore, but we're expecting 2.8. It's over here, so we're probably gonna fly all the way around it, if that's what they give us, and then we'll ask for a GA. So GA parking zone. Hopefully they put us on runway 33 right, but depending on what the wind is like.
Oh, sorry, Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, your radar contact, altitude leaving.
We are climbing through 1,600 feet, 5543 Yankee.
And 5543 Yankee, just check your altimeter. I'm showing your altitude report is 2,200 on my end.
I have altimeter set at 29045. That's what I had on information echo. Is that wrong? 543 Yankee?
29045 is correct. And again, I'm showing you at 2,400 feet right now. Just confirm that, or what do you have on your end?
I have 2040 as I speak, 543 Yankee. That's weird.
Alright, Roger. Yeah, just, let me just do some mental math here.
What the heck is going on? 29045.
Yeah, I mean, that's like 0.5 off, you know what I mean?
That's
So
weird.
that would be a significant difference. Just so yeah, altitude is maybe unreliable. Let me kind of check my procedures here.
29045, that's what we have, right? $29045. So why am I getting a different reading than that? 29045.
Morning, perch Southwest 4681. We're in the ground here at
I don't know why that would be different.
Information Romeo, ready, copy, Ivar.
Southwest 4861, just 400 clearance right now. Give me 1 second.
Intern landing off.
Hi, Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, you're cleared direct to Woolley. Are you in the clouds right now?
No, I'm in IFR conditions right now.
Sorry, you are in IMC, or you're
Sorry, I can see visual right now. I can see all the way to the ground.
Okay, Roger. Just maintain, if you can maintain visual separation of the train, just, the altitude may be unreliable. If you have more than 500 feet off.
Okay. We'll go 543 Yankee. That's weird. It's gonna bother me. Alright, but we're clear for direct, so let's go ahead and get our heading. Turn here, and then let's just get a direct to Woolley. Yep. And then go ahead and turn on nav mode, so that way the GPS will just take us straight there.
And sorry about that. 4681, you shut PDC now.
I have no idea why.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, let's lean out the field a
Emirates
little bit.
232 Super, contact Washington Center 133.72. Have a nice flight.
Throttle down into the green. Okay. That's so strange. $29045, right? 2, 9, or 4 or 5. Huh. I took everything off. I took everything off, right? I didn't miss a little visual inspection here. We got the ambient one, the keto 2. That's really strange. Oh, is my nav stuff out of date? It shouldn't be. I don't even know how to check that on the Garmin, honestly. Even then, though, that shouldn't matter.
We've got 5543 Yankee. You're sure your altimeter is not at like 2992? I just realized that's the exact difference. That would explain the discrepancy if it was still set to standard.
I'm looking at 2.9 or 4.5, but let me see if it got set to standard for some reason.
Yeah, Roger. I was just doing the mental math and didn't plug that in, but that would explain the exact difference in the altimeter here.
Can I switch? What the heck, man? That's my course setting. I mean, it's...
Luckily, I'm showing you as high instead of low, so
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I have no idea why that's... I mean, I could set it to the offset, because when I adjust the barrel, I see my altimeter go up and down. But I have no idea why it thinks it's stuck at 2.9 or 9 or 2, 543 Yankee.
I mean, I wouldn't change it, you know what I mean? It could be an issue with the... I don't know which model you're using, if you're using the default Skyhawk or something else, but I wouldn't... you know, if you have it set correctly and it's changing up and down as you move it, then I wouldn't... do something other than the correct setting, you know what I mean? But
Okay, yeah, it is the default Sobo one, so I'll just stick with what I got, 543 Yankee.
gotcha. And did you check it against the field elevation at Dulles, or were you showing it like around, like within 75 of field elevation on the ground?
I did not. I should have.
Oh yeah, just out of curiosity, this is mostly me being curious. When you land at Baltimore, man, if you don't mind, like checking it and see what it shows, I'm just kind of curious here.
Yeah, sure, me too. I'm driving me a little crazy. 543 Yankee.
No, no worries.
Yeah, that is weird. So we'll see when we land. We'll probably get a visual landing anyway, so it's not... Or an ILS, we won't do a GPS landing. That is so strange, though.
And November 5543 Yankee, do you have an approach request for Baltimore, or what did you want to do there?
Whatever's easiest. I'll be trying to get to GA if 33 right's active, but otherwise happy to land wherever.
Oh yeah, I mean we're landing 33 right. Did you want an instrument approach, or did you just want the visual? It's up to you.
If there's an ILS on that one, that would be great, but otherwise we can do the visual.
There is an ILS. You can expect vectors for that shortly.
Okay. Expect vectors for ILS 33 right, 43 Yankee. Okay, so we're going to land 33 right. And we're going to use the ILS. So let's get that programmed in. So in the Garmin, we can go procedures, select approach, and ILS 3. Oh, come on, Sim. 33 right. Via vectors. And load. Go for GPS is fine. Okay. Okay, so now we've got, you can see over here that we've got the that loaded in. We have vectors, so let's go ahead and get that in Navograph as well. ILS 3 right, and routes. That's fine. Vectors around conflict. Okay, and let's get the plate up for that too, so it's kind of way out here. I doubt we go all the way out to Duds though, so let's look at the plate. Because we're flying at 3,000. Okay, so maybe we'll go all the way out to Duds, because that's at 3,000, because we usually just fly you in whatever your altitude is.
Sky 5543 Yankee, report 5 miles from Woolley for me.
We'll report 15 miles, 43 Yankee. We are, oh goodness, 12 out still. Okay, so yeah, 3,000 feet of dud. So he might actually send us all the way out there. We'll see, or he might just drop us down to 2,000 and send us to Oriole. I'll pick it up from there. So let's go ahead and get. So that's a 11905 for the. I'll write this one on right. Localizer 111905. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that plugged in our nav. Oh, and it already is. I think that's Navgraph did that for us. So we got 111905 in here, and in here it's already picking that up. Maybe that's not. That's a different one. Somebody else around here must be 111905 because we're still pretty far away from Baltimore. Okay. So we're set up for that ILS. We're going to let them know we're 5 miles away from Woolley.
So Sky 5543 Yankee, I had another theory, which is your Sim's weather set where it's using the standard altimeter is the other theory here.
Sim weather is real time. Yeah, there we go. I didn't have live weather on. Yep, I didn't have live weather on. I'm just now realizing that. I just flipped it on. Did that make a difference? 543 Yankee?
Let's see, it'll probably take a minute for it to update. I mean, the difference will be on your end, you know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, no, live weather, yeah.
If you saw the altimeter change and you're showing yourself as higher, then it did change.
Why are we not able to do live? Oh, I should pause. Why am I not able to do live?
Sky 5543 Yankee, you turn right heading 100 vector to the approach.
Turning 100 vectors to the approach, 543 Yankee. 100 and heading mode. I might ask him if I can pause for a second. This is very strange. Real time. I've never seen that not go live before. That's really strange. I've literally never seen that before. And what the hell, man? Live. That is so strange. I don't know if it's in my settings. I don't want to go to my settings though while I'm on. December 29th, that's today. Real time. It just doesn't want to give it to me and I don't know why. That's weird. I've never had this issue before. Potomac approach, could I spend like 30 seconds in the settings menu just trying to figure out why I can't get live weather turned on? 543 Yankee.
Yeah, absolutely, it's approved, and no worries either way.
Okay. So... online, maybe? Live weather. There we go. I meant to turn off multiplayer earlier, I think. Okay, now can we get live weather? What the frick? Why won't that stay on? Live weather. That's really strange. I might have to reset. Okay, well, maybe give it a second to load in here. Alright, we're back out of the settings menu. I did have live weather turned off in the settings, but I still can't get it on. Just like the weather tab that's on the sort of like regular flying menu. But I'll let you know if that changes. 543 Yankee.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm sure that that's the issue. For what it's worth, that makes it make a lot more sense. That's no worries. I often have issues getting the line. I don't know if you're 2024, 2020, or something else, but I often have issues with the live weather.
It's probably just cranky, and once attention, it needs to be restarted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but it would have been cool if this is actually like kind of like cloudy or snowy. I don't know what the live weather is here. Let's actually go ahead and look at this ILS arrival some more. So if he flies us all the way to Duds, which I doubt he will, but he might, but otherwise we're just going to get routed into this. Eventually, once we get close enough to Oriole, he's going to tell us to grab the localizer. And then we'll tell them if we have or not. Then we'll just plan on following that down. I know this is a very unprofessional briefing of an approach, but something that should probably be on more checklists. It's pretty much just take a look at the plate, make sure I'm going to come in at one of these altitudes.
And Sky 5543 Yankee, just be advised I'm showing you going into an area of moderate precipitation that's going to continue for the next 20 miles.
Roger, 543 Yankee. We're not going to have precipitation over here. No, just, this is really bothering me. Oh, I just got it. There we go. Oh boy. Potomac approach, we just got live weather, 543 Yankee. So we're at 3340 feet. We'll descend down to 3000. 543 Yankee.
Alright, yep, citation, citation. Skyhawk 5543 Yankee, the altitude checks now, thanks.
Okay, let's go ahead and just do like a flight level climb. Now I can't down to 3000. And we'll nose up just a little bit so that we actually go. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is fun now. Right, yeah, and I'm glad that we're going to have an ILS. Because this is not going to be visual. Well, yeah. Definitely not visual IFR flying. I think this would be a little, I don't know if this would be considered IFR or not. You can see the ground. This might be a rocky landing. Let's see if we can get a KBI, ATIS. They're at 2909, so that's pretty close. 2942, and then... Oh, I have such a hard time reading this. So I have winds at 190.7 knots. That's not bad on itself, but 15 knot gusts is going to be a little bit sketchy. So 190 is
5543 Yankee, turn right heading 150.
right heading 150, 43 Yankee. 150, 150. I'll try to always write it down because I'll forget as soon as I say it. Okay. Yep. Alright, so we'll come in this and they'll probably give us a right turn on. Yeah, Oriole or duds, I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious. It's a really long final for 172. Takes us all the way out here to duds. Alright, let me go ahead and turn on my landing lights. They're so close to the airport. Oh wow, that's pretty.
And 5543 Yankee, just the information at Baltimore's Romeo, the altimeter 2942 and the wind is 200 at 7 gusts 15. So there will be a bit of a tailwind component on 33 right. If you prefer 28, I can give that to you also, but you know, the GA parking is off at 33 right.
28. Alright. So we've got information Romeo. Alright, we've got information Romeo 2942. And then if we could actually get to a just because those gusts, that would be great.
Yep, Sky 5543 Yankee Yanks with the Alice runway 28 approach, and just, you know, I'll give you another vector, but just let me know when you're set up for that and I can turn you in.
Sounds good, thanks, 543 Yankee. Okay, so let's do procedures, select approach, and we're doing ILS 28 now. Vectors. I don't really want to add.
And 5543 turn left heading, to 100, please.
Left heading 100, 543 Yankee. Oh, damn it, that's altitude. Heading 100. And then we just want to make sure that we have the right radio for ILS 28. See this? And it is 1097. Okay. We're ready for that approach whenever. 543 Yankee.
Alright, Roger, I'm going to take you out a little bit further and then I'll turn in.
Roger. Okay, I'm going to get my fuel all the way rich again. Let's slow us down a little quick with that tailwind. So, let's get that back and move this approach. This is, I feel like, what happens a lot with the Cessna is, since you're so small, you end up, I never go in with a, it's ILS 28, I'd never go in with a, an approach. That's fine. Alright, we'll do 28 instead. Wait, what were those ones? I guess 28 doesn't make that big of a difference, does it?
Sorry, 5543 Yankee, turn right heading 190, vectors to final, so maintain 2000.
190, vectors to final, maintain 2000. 43 Yankee. Okay, 190. And we're going to go down to 2000. Let's go ahead and just do flight level climb on that. Let's double check those winds. This can be faster. We can speed up on this. Get down to 2,000 here.
Okay, 5543 Yankee. Are you on the? You're on the 190 heading now.
I'm on 190. Yes, 543 Yankee.
Roger. It's definitely. You can expect some wind shear in that case, but you can turn 10 degrees to the right for me.
Turning 10 degrees to the right, 543 Yankee.
Yeah, I'm showing like a 20 or more, maybe like 30 degree wind correction. So just be cautioning wind shear when I turn on the final.
Roger, thanks, 543 Yankee. I wonder if I messed up my tracker. Yeah, okay. Okay, coming down to 3,000 here. What else we need to get set up? Zoom in here. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get to GA. We'll turn off as soon as we can, though. Hopefully we can get Delta there. Okay, we're coming down. Got the localizer already. It's right there.
Sky 5543 Yankee, you're 3 miles from Souls. Turn right heading to 260. Maintain 2000 until established. Cleared Alice runway 28 approach.
Turning 260 towards Souls, and we'll stay at 2000 until we're on the localizer, 543 Yankee.
And clear for the approach for you, too.
Clear for approach, 543 Yankee. Okay, 260. Whoopsie. That's why I want to reel. Okay, so we're going to turn. And then once we grab the glide slope here, let's actually go ahead and hit approach mode, I think. Yep. Okay, so we're going to stay in heading mode until then. And then we should, after we grab the localizer here, so let's speed back up. Grab the localizer, and then we'll just be on that instead of this 2,000 feet. And then once we probably get to like, what is that, Jerdy? Start actually slowing down. These approaches are not made for little planes, made for big planes, so you want to land this guy at about 63 knots, but we do not need to be going 63 knots all the way through this final. It's super long, so once we get to Jerdy, we'll probably even get a little closer before we actually start slowing her down. Flaps, but alright, we're on the localizer. On the localizer here.
Southwest 4004, sorry, just saw your flight plan, except the PDC momentarily.
See if we can see the runway yet. Not yet. There we go. Everything with taxi on. Once we land, we'll turn off the landing. Or once we go off the runway, we'll turn off the landing, turn on taxi, turn off the strobe.
Sky 5543 Yankee, the wind at Baltimore is 230 at 9er, runway 28, clear to land.
230 at 9er, clear to land, runway 28, 543 Yankee.
And 5543 Yankee, this was terminating a full stop, correct?
That's correct.
Gotcha, thanks.
Yeah, we're gonna try 2309. Okay, that's not bad. It's the gusts that are, and you can already tell that we're getting shoved to the right a little bit, so the plane's having to point to the left to stay on the localizer. Okay, we're about to grab the glide slope too. And I'm just gonna, I never know it. I get nervous. I'm just gonna turn this all the way down. I just want to grab the glide slope, but I get scared that it's not going to let me. We want to see altitude turn off. We want to see just glide slope pop in here, and then we'll be following the diamond. We're clear to land. Still can't see that runway. Should be grabbing the glide slope here. There we go. Good, good, good. We have to do that manually. It's not the end of the world, but sometimes I get the Garmin a little confused and it doesn't grab that. I know I don't need to turn that all the way down to 0, but I get nervous we're not going to grab it. and just keep flying at whatever altitude I have in there.
Morning, Washington departure, JetBlue 941, ready for push and start.
I'm just gonna keep.
Aircraft flying, what airport are you at?
We're at DCA for JetBlue 941.
JetBlue 941, Roger. And for just everybody else on the frequency, just if you're calling for a push or taxi or something like that, just let me know what airport you're at so I can find you, because I'm covering like 30 airports this morning. But JetBlue 941, your pushback onto November is approved with the tail facing. Pushback on Kilo is approved with your tail facing south. Give me a call for taxi.
Looking for the runway still.
Pushback on Kilo and tail south for JetBlue 941.
Half mile from our next waypoint. There it is. There's the Pappy lights, I think, up there. And this is going to be a windy landing. Might take it a little faster than 63 knots. Alright, see the Pappy lights. And there we go. There's our, I don't know what these are called, I forget. Lights going, oh, and then I see the runway. Okay, good. I'm going to leave this on autopilot still, even though we have visual. And when we get about a half mile out, I'll start to actually slow her down. I don't think I have anybody behind me that I need to be that worried about. Okay. So we're going to land. We're going to try to get off. I definitely won't be able to get off by whatever this taxi is, but we'll try to get off on Delta. We'll stop right here, right before Papa. Okay, I need to pay attention to landing here, though. Okay, we gotta slow her down. Let's get her slow her way down. Went way too fast. Still have autopilot on. I just killed the throttle. I should probably start to take this visual here soon. I just want to get the speed down, get our flaps down.
500.
Alright, let's get over. So, alright, I'm going to turn autopilot off. Use a little more speed, more altitude. Try to keep that, let's go in 63 knots. 63 knots with pitch, and then altitude with the throttle. A little high, a little slow. Got that 63 locked in. I feel good about our altitude still. A little fast. Alright, let's kill some altitude here. Keeping it at 63. Good. Okay, we're going to get over the runway, and then we're going to kill our throttle. And just float over the runway. Probably a little slow here, but there we go, hammer down. Alright, and we're going to try to turn off at Delta up here. Speed it up a little, just stick it up here. Get off the runway. We should get some more directions. I'm going to switch over to here. Just for a little bit more. Just so I can see a little bit better, because it's tough in the sim just looking out of the window in a Cessna. Get off the runway here and then get cleaned up with the flaps. Get our lights all set up. And I'm just going to stop like right here. And clean up the flaps. Landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobe off. Alright, and then wait for directions. I've still got the taxi ribbon on for the career mode, which I honestly haven't played in a while.
Sorry, 5543 Yankee, welcome to Baltimore. Say, you parking the GA ramp actually?
GA ramp would be great, yeah, 543 Yankee.
Hi, Roger. You can taxi via to. Okay, yeah, we can do Papa Kilo Quebec cross runway tree right at Kilo.
Papa Kilo Quebec 2 tree cross runway 2 tree right at Kilo. 543 Yankee. Okay.
All correct except tree right 33 right at Kilo.
3 right. 543 Yankee. Okay, 3 right. That's that guy. Okay, so Papa. Go Papa and then Kilo's up there. Where's Quebec? Let's go ahead and get moving. Take a right out of here. Where's Quebec? I don't see. Oh, I see Quebec. Okay, it's like at GA. Alright. Here's Kilo, here's Quebec. And then let's just pull up to that gas station. Even though we had way too much gas for this flight, but that's okay. Alright, I'm just going to say thanks to the controller. And then we'll be done. Ooh, sorry, Wing. I'm not clicked on here. My brakes aren't working. Thanks for the ATC. 543 Yankee signing off.
Thanks for flying. Have a great rest of the day.
Right. Close this down. Oh, had that up like the whole time. And then turn the engine off. That off. And lights off, battery off, avionics off. Thanks for watching.